Welcome back, wrestling fans. Tonight we step into the ring not for a fight, but for a tribute. Over the past few years, we've said goodbye to some true legends, warriors who gave their blood, sweat, and tears to entertain us and leave a legacy that will live forever. Today, we're honoring those icons, remembering their unforgettable matches and the way they shook up the wrestling world. And trust me, you won't want to miss the end, where we've got shocking, heartbreaking news about John Cena that'll hit every fan hard. So lace up and let's honor these legends together. La Parka, born Jesus Alfonso Huerta Escobosa on January 4, 1966, in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, was a beloved icon in the world of lucha libre. Known for his vibrant personality and signature skeletal costume, La Parka captivated fans with a unique blend of athleticism, showmanship, and humor. His character, resembling a dancing Grim Reaper, became one of the most recognizable personas in Mexican professional wrestling. La Parka rose to stardom primarily through Lucha Libre A Worldwide, ATOS, one of Mexico's leading wrestling promotions. His performances in the 1990s and 2000s helped solidify him as a household name. Beyond his striking costume, he became famous for his playful antics and crowd-pleasing dance routines, which added a light-hearted charm to the high-octane action of the ring. Fans appreciated not only his in-ring skill, but also his ability to entertain, making him a fan favorite for years. His popularity even crossed borders, leading to appearances in the United States, most notably with World Championship Wrestling, WCW. However, due to legal issues over the character's name, a different wrestler portrayed La Parka in WCW and eventually went by the name L.A. Park, while Huerta remained the beloved face of the character in OI. Tragically, La Parka's life was cut short following a devastating in-ring accident in October 2019. During a match in Monterrey, he suffered a serious injury after a failed suicide dive. Despite undergoing surgery and extensive medical care, his was a heartbreaking loss to the wrestling world, but his legacy lives on. La Parka remains a cultural icon and a symbol of joy, resilience, and passion in Mexican wrestling history. Dino Bravo, born Adolfo Bresciano on February 6, 1948, in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, was a powerhouse in the world of professional wrestling. Known for his incredible strength and commanding presence, Bravo began his wrestling career in the late 1960s and quickly made a name for himself in various promotions, including the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Throughout the 1980s, especially in the WWF, Bravo became a fixture in the spotlight. With a chiseled physique and undeniable charisma, he developed a strong fan following. He was best known for his feuds with popular stars like Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the British Bulldog, engaging in memorable matches that showcased both his brute force and solid wrestling ability. His signature move, the side suplex, became a symbol of his raw power and in-ring dominance. Bravo also teamed with Greg Valentine as part of the Dream Team, further establishing his legacy in tag team competition. However, Bravo's life took a dark turn after his wrestling career slowed. On March 10, 1993, he was murdered in his home in Laval, Quebec, at the age of 45. Authorities believed his was connected to organized crime and cigarette smuggling, casting a shadow over his post-wrestling years. The mystery and tragedy of his murder remain a haunting chapter in wrestling history. Despite the grim circumstances of his passing, Dino Bravo is remembered for his contributions to professional wrestling. His strength, charisma, and memorable rivalries left a lasting impression on fans and fellow performers alike. Today, he is honored as a figure who helped shape wrestling during a transformative era, and his legacy continues to inspire wrestlers who follow in his powerful footsteps. Brian Christopher, born Brian Lawler on January 10, 1969 in Memphis, Tennessee, was a charismatic professional wrestler, best known for his time in WWE as Grand Master Sexay. The son of wrestling legend Jerry the King Lawler, Christopher managed to forge his own path in the industry, earning recognition for his energetic performances and larger-than-life personality. He began wrestling in the early 1990s, working through regional promotions before making his big break in 1997 when he joined WWE. There, he introduced the world to his Grand Master Sexay persona, a vibrant, dance-loving character who quickly became a fan favorite. Alongside Scotty 2 Hotty, he formed the tag team Too Cool. Their high-energy entrances, synchronized dance routines, and comedic chemistry won over audiences during the Attitude Era. Their popularity peaked when they captured the WWE Tag Team Championship, cementing their status as one of the most entertaining duos of their time. After leaving WWE, Christopher continued to wrestle on the independent circuit, appearing in various promotions. Although his post-WWE career was marred by personal and legal troubles, he remained a beloved figure for many fans who remembered his infectious energy and unique style. Tragically, Brian Christopher, from complications following an alleged suicide while in custody. His shocked the wrestling world and brought attention to the challenges faced by performers outside the spotlight. Despite his struggles, Christopher's legacy lives on through the joy he brought to fans as Grand Master Sexay. His contributions to the tag team division and his role in making Too Cool one of WWE's most memorable teams ensure he won't be forgotten in the annals of wrestling history. Absolute Andy, born on September 22, 1983, was a standout figure in European professional wrestling, best known for his work in Germany's West Side Extreme Wrestling, WXW. With a career that spanned nearly 2 decades, Andy earned a reputation for his dynamic in-ring ability, magnetic charisma, and passion for the sport. Whether portraying a confident showman or a fierce competitor, he consistently brought energy and excitement to every match. Andy was celebrated not only for his powerful presence and athleticism, but also for his ability to engage with fans. His signature style combined technical skill with sharp wit, often blending humor and intensity in a way that made him one of the most beloved figures on the independent scene. Over the years, he participated in countless memorable matches and held multiple championships, proving himself as both a top-tier performer and a reliable cornerstone of the WXW roster. Beyond his in-ring accomplishments, Absolute Andy played a key role behind the scenes in promoting wrestling and mentoring up-and-coming talent. His commitment to elevating European wrestling helped foster a thriving independent scene, inspiring a new generation of wrestlers to follow in his footsteps. Tragically, Andy leaving the wrestling world in shock and mourning. His untimely prompted an outpouring of tributes from fans, colleagues, and promotions across the globe, all honoring his legacy and contributions to the sport he loved. Remembered as a true entertainer and dedicated professional, Absolute Andy's influence will be felt for years to come. His legacy lives on in the matches he gave, the lives he touched, and the passion he poured into wrestling every time he stepped into the ring. Eddie Graham, born Edward Gossett on January 15, 1930, was a pioneering force in professional wrestling, both as an in-ring performer and a visionary promoter. Beginning his wrestling career in the late 1940s, Graham quickly rose through the ranks with his technical prowess and sharp in-ring psychology. He gained national attention under Vince McMahon Sr.'s Capital Wrestling Corporation, a forerunner to WWE, and became a key figure within the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. Wrestling under the ring name Eddie Graham, he was known for his hard-hitting style and deep understanding of wrestling storytelling. In 1961, at just 31, he moved to Florida, a decision that would shape his legacy. Teaming with Cowboy Luttrell, Graham took over Championship Wrestling from Florida CWF, turning it into one of the most influential territories in the country. His booking philosophy focused on realism, emotion, and long-term storytelling, setting a standard that would later influence major promotions like WWE and WCW. Graham was not just a promoter, he was a mentor to future legends such as Dusty Rhodes, Jack Briscoe, Mike Graham, his son, and Kevin Sullivan. He served as president of the NWA, where he advocated for wrestler safety and business unity during a critical era for the industry. Despite his professional success, Eddie Graham faced personal struggles. His later years were marked by health issues and depression, and he tragically died by suicide in 1985 at the age of 55. Eddie Graham's influence on professional wrestling remains profound. His emphasis on character development and storytelling helped shape modern wrestling's core structure. In 2008, he was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to a man whose legacy endures through the countless talents he helped nurture and the timeless style he championed. Big John Studd, born Charles W. Studd on February 19, 1948, was a towering presence in professional wrestling and one of the sport's most unforgettable giants. Standing at 6 feet 10 inches and tipping the scales at over 300 pounds, Studd was an imposing figure who left a lasting impression wherever he wrestled. He began his career in the late 1970s and quickly rose through the ranks in promotions like the World Wrestling Federation, (WWF), and World Championship Wrestling, (WCW). Studd is best remembered for his legendary feud with Hulk Hogan during the 1980s. Their rivalry reached its peak at WrestleMania Fun in 1985 with the iconic Body Slam Challenge, where Studd put up $15,000 to anyone who could slam him. Hogan's successful slam brought the crowd to its feet and cemented both men as major attractions, helping define the early WrestleMania era. Though often portrayed as a villain, Studd had a unique charisma that resonated with fans. He was a two-time WWF World Tag Team Champion and often teamed with Freddie Blassie. His massive frame, quiet intensity, and commanding presence made him a standout among wrestling's big men and helped pave the way for future giants in the industry. After stepping away from the ring in the late 1980s, Studd largely stayed out of the spotlight but remained connected to the wrestling world. Sadly, his life was cut short when due to complications from liver cancer. Big John Studd's legacy endures as a trailblazer for larger wrestlers, remembered not just for his size and strength, but for the indelible mark he left on professional wrestling's golden era. Born on June 22, 1963 in Vancouver, British Columbia, John Tenta, better known as Earthquake, was a towering figure in professional wrestling during the early 1990s. Standing 6 feet 6 inches and weighing over 450 pounds, Tenta made an instant impact in the ring with his sheer size and brute strength. Before stepping into the world of sports entertainment, he had a background in both college football and sumo wrestling, which shaped his powerful, hard-hitting in-ring style. Earthquake's career skyrocketed in the WWF, now WWE, where he became known for his terrifying presence and his devastating finishing move, the Earthquake Splash. His most famous rivalry came against Hulk Hogan, a storyline that saw Earthquake body slam the iconic star, one of the most shocking moments of that era. He also found tag team success alongside Typhoon, Fred Ottman, as part of the Natural Disasters, capturing the WWF Tag Team Championship. Despite his on-screen success, Tenta battled personal and health challenges. The demands of his size took a toll on his body, contributing to ongoing weight-related issues that eventually forced him into retirement in the late 90s. He would still make occasional appearances, but his active career had largely concluded. Tragically, John Tenta after a courageous fight with bladder cancer. His marked a heartbreaking loss for the wrestling world. Remembered for his charisma, athleticism, and surprising agility for his size, Earthquake remains a fan favorite and a symbol of what a true big man could be in professional wrestling. His legacy continues to live on through his unforgettable feuds, iconic tag team moments, and the impact he left on a generation of wrestling fans. John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. is more than just a WWE icon. He's a living embodiment of resilience, hard work, and the infamous mantra he made famous: never give up. With a career that has spanned over 2 decades, Cena has captivated fans around the globe with his remarkable strength, relentless energy, and larger-than-life personality. However, beneath the colorful t-shirts, electrifying promos, and unforgettable matches lies a story of physical struggle, perseverance, and a relentless battle against injuries, including a chronic spinal condition known as lordosis. Cena's journey is not just one of championships and main events, but one of endurance in the face of immense physical adversity. Understanding John Cena's lordosis, a chronic challenge. One of the lesser-known but constant health challenges John Cena has managed throughout his career is lordosis. This spinal condition is characterized by an excessive inward curve of the lower back, which can lead to chronic pain, postural issues, and an increased risk of injury. For an athlete who relies on explosive strength, mobility, and the ability to lift and throw opponents with ease, lordosis poses a significant hurdle. In Cena's case, lordosis has required a lifetime of adaptation. The condition can cause muscle imbalances, tight hip flexors, and strain on the lumbar spine. These issues are particularly problematic in the high-impact world of professional wrestling, where performers often endure repeated blows to the back and must execute moves that stress the entire musculoskeletal system. Despite the potential setbacks lordosis could cause, Cena has never used it as an excuse. Instead, he has worked closely with physiotherapists and strength coaches to build a training program that strengthens the muscles surrounding his spine, improves posture, and prevents flare-ups. His proactive approach to this chronic issue has allowed him not only to compete, but to dominate in an industry where most athletes eventually break down. It's important to understand that while lordosis itself is not an injury, it makes the body more vulnerable to other injuries, particularly in the lower back and hips. Cena has always maintained rigorous rehabilitation routines to offset the risks, and his ability to manage this condition speaks volumes about his discipline and mental fortitude. John Cena's major injuries. Throughout his wrestling career, John Cena's career reads like a greatest hits list of WWE's most unforgettable moments, but behind those highlights is a long history of injuries. These physical setbacks would have ended the careers of most athletes, but not Cena. He has endured everything from muscle tears to spinal trauma, and each time, he has returned faster and stronger than expected. First torn pectoral muscle, 2007. One of the earliest and most well-documented injuries in Cena's career happened in October 2007. During a match against Mr. Kennedy on an episode of Monday Night Raw, Cena suffered a complete tear of his right pectoral muscle. Despite the excruciating pain, Cena finished the match and even participated in a post-match beatdown by Randy Orton. The injury was serious enough to require surgery, which was performed shortly after the incident. Medical experts estimated a recovery time of 7 to 12 months. However, in what would become a recurring theme, Cena shocked the WWE Universe by returning just 4 months later at the 2008 Royal Rumble, earning a massive ovation and solidifying his status as a superhuman competitor. 2. Neck injury and surgery, 2008. Just a year later, Cena found himself dealing with another serious injury, this time to his neck. While facing Batista at SummerSlam 2008, Cena sustained a herniated disc in his neck. The injury was severe, pressing against his spinal cord and threatening not just his career, but his overall health. Cena underwent emergency surgery performed by renowned neurosurgeon Dr. Joseph Maroon. A large fragment of the disc was removed, and the road to recovery was expected to be long. But once again, Cena returned in record time, appearing at Survivor Series 2008, just 3 months after surgery. His resilience stunned fans and medical professionals alike. 3. Elbow injury and surgery, 2013. By 2013, Cena was dealing with a persistent elbow injury that caused visible swelling and discomfort. The condition, often referred to by fans as the baseball elbow, was the result of fluid buildup and bone fragments that impaired his range of motion. Rather than taking extended time off, Cena continued to perform until the issue could no longer be ignored. He eventually underwent surgery to remove the loose bone and drain the fluid. Recovery was once again expected to be lengthy, but Cena made his return quicker than anticipated, performing at top-level events with the same explosive energy. Fourth, torn rotator cuff, 2016. In January 2016, Cena suffered a torn rotator cuff, one of the more debilitating injuries for any athlete, particularly a wrestler. The injury affects the shoulder's ability to function and is notorious for long rehabilitation periods. Cena went under the knife almost immediately and faced a recovery timeline of 6 to 9 months. As he had done so many times before, he defied those expectations and returned to the ring in just 5 months, proving once again that he was built differently. Separating fact from fiction, injury rumors and speculations. With such an impressive track record of rapid recovery and performance under duress, John Cena has become the subject of numerous rumors and myths regarding his physical health. Let's take a moment to separate the fact from fiction. 1. Cena never actually gets injured. One of the most common misconceptions is that Cena's injuries are fabricated or exaggerated for storyline purposes. While WWE does integrate real injuries into storylines for dramatic effect, Cena's major injuries have been well documented and confirmed by reputable sources, including medical professionals and WWE's own injury reports. Surgeries, rehabilitation, and medical clearances have all been part of Cena's very real journey. 2. Cena uses performance-enhancing drugs. Another widespread rumor suggests that Cena must be using performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, to achieve his astonishing recovery times. This speculation is fueled by his impressive physique and the speed at which he returns from serious injuries. However, there is no evidence to support these claims. Cena has long advocated for clean training, emphasizing discipline, nutrition, and consistency over shortcuts. He has never failed a WWE wellness policy test and has openly spoken out against drug use in sports. 3. Cena's lordosis will end his career. While lordosis is certainly a challenging condition, it is not career-ending if properly managed. Cena has taken proactive measures to ensure that his spinal curvature does not interfere with his ability to perform. Through a combination of physical therapy, strength training, and medical oversight, he has not only continued wrestling, but also taken on action-packed roles in Hollywood. There is no indication that lordosis has derailed his career, and if history is any indication, Cena is not the type to let any condition dictate his destiny. The mental game. Cena's philosophy on injury and recovery. One of the most fascinating aspects of John Cena's journey is his mindset. Injuries for him are not obstacles, but opportunities to test his resolve. He has often spoken about the importance of maintaining a positive attitude and focusing on what can be controlled. Cena's mental toughness is a major reason behind his ability to bounce back from adversity. Whether he's recovering from surgery or managing a chronic condition like lordosis, Cena attacks his rehab with the same intensity he brings to the ring. His routine includes early morning workouts, strict nutritional guidelines, and an almost obsessive focus on mobility and flexibility. Moreover, Cena has never allowed injuries to define him. Instead, he sees them as part of the process, a price to pay for chasing greatness. This mentality has not only endeared him to fans, but has also inspired countless athletes across sports disciplines. Transition to Hollywood and managing physical demands. As Cena transitioned from a full-time wrestling schedule to a career in Hollywood, many expected his physical challenges to ease. However, the action roles he chooses are often just as demanding as his in-ring performances. From fight choreography to stunt work, Cena continues to push his body to the limit. What has changed, however, is his ability to better control his schedule. In Hollywood, Cena can plan his training, recovery, and rehabilitation around filming commitments, allowing him more time to heal between physically demanding tasks. This has helped him manage his lordosis and old injuries more effectively. Despite spending more time on movie sets than in the WWE ring, Cena remains a committed performer. He frequently returns for major WWE events, and each time he steps through the ropes, it's clear that he hasn't lost a step. Conclusion: a legacy of resilience. John Cena's story is not just one of athletic greatness, but of sheer willpower. His ability to overcome chronic conditions like lordosis, endure major injuries, and return to action ahead of schedule is nothing short of legendary. Cena has redefined what it means to be resilient, both physically and mentally. Whether he's hoisting championship gold, undergoing surgery, or lifting heavy weights in the gym, Cena embodies the spirit of perseverance. He has shown that strength isn't just about muscles, it's about mindset. His journey is a testament to what can be achieved through discipline, grit, and an unyielding commitment to excellence. As he continues to evolve as an entertainer, actor, and ambassador for the WWE, one thing remains unchanged. John Cena never backs down from a challenge. His legacy will not only be measured in title reigns or WrestleMania moments, but in the hearts of fans who saw a man refuse to quit, even when his body gave him every reason to.